At the end of Season 6, Episode 7, Arya appears to be stabbed by the Waif, leaving us all to wonder what in the world is going to happen to Arya. Well, here's a theory that I think makes sense within the logic of the show. The theory is basically that Arya is doing to the Waif exactly what Jaqen did to Arya before when he made Arya blind as punishment for using one of the faces for the Hall. So remember that before, Arya borrowed a face from the Hall when she was still someone, and to someone the faces are as good as poison. But now note that the Waif is using a face when she stabs Arya, but the Waif is acting out of personal malice toward Arya, and so the Waif appears to be someone, and so the Waif should then face a punishment as well for using a face from the wall. So the theory is basically that what's going to happen, it will perfectly parallel that scene when Arya went blind. And so what the Waif does is actually going to rebound back on herself, and she's going to, in fact, be killing herself when she thinks she's killing Arya. So to set this up, remember that what happened before, so this is in the scene before when Arya went blind. So we had Arya using a face from the Hall, and she stabs Meryn Trant and kills him. She goes back to the Hall, replaces the face, but then we see what we think is Jaqen taking the poison, but it's actually Arya underneath the mask. And then in the background, we see what we thought was the Waif, but underneath is actually revealed to be Jaqen. So Arya uses the face illegally. Jaqen takes the poison, what we think is Jaqen, but it actually rebounds back on Arya herself, and she goes blind. The Waif is then revealed to be Jaqen in that scene. So now here's the parallel. Here's what this theory suggests. The Waif is now using a face illegally from the Hall because she's still someone. Then we have what appears to be Arya getting killed by the Waif, but it's actually the Waif underneath the mask. So the Waif thinks she's killing Arya, but she's actually killing herself. And then here's what this parallel would predict, is that there's going to be what we think is Jaqen shows up and observes this happening, but it's actually Arya underneath the mask. So the Waif then sees that she killed herself. Arya takes off the Jaqen mask, and now this establishes definitively that Arya has all the powers of a no one, all the powers that Jaqen has, and she can do all of those same cool tricks. And so this explains how Arya can pull this off, because now she's no one, just like Jaqen Hagar. And we know, or at least we have a hint, that Arya is actually no one now, because before she was able to drink the well water without dying when she regained her sight. And Jaqen said that if a girl is truly no one, she has nothing to fear. So the fact that she was able to drink the water and not die, it lends support to the theory that she is actually no one now. And also it would fit with the title of the episode. The upcoming episode, episode 8, is titled No One, and so it seems natural that Arya would be established as truly no one in this scene. Another thing about that's got kind of a hint, I think, that supports this theory is that the summary of episode 8 includes the phrase, Arya faces a new test. And I think that could literally mean not, I think it's kind of a double meaning. So not just that she's facing the Waif, but that she's actually using faces. So she actually uses faces to defeat the Waif. And this, I think, also makes sense with the storyline of Arya and the Waif, because we've seen repeatedly that Arya is not able to defeat the Waif in one-on-one combat. So what she does is she uses the power of no one in order to use the Waif against herself. Okay, so I think this would be a really cool, epic way of resolving this, but there's a couple issues. One issue, I think, which is kind of bothering me about it is that if Arya truly is no one, then why would she be getting needle, and why would she be wanting to go back to Westeros, as I think we all know that she must eventually. So that's a wrinkle in the theory. But let me know what you think of the theory, and if you think it makes sense, or if there's other holes in it. Thanks.